Here's my review of Nowhere. A pregnant woman named Mia and her husband, Nico, are fleeing a totalitarian government and they sneak onto a shipping container and then she gets separated and then she falls into the ocean and she's separated from Nico and it's just her and her baby stuck on this shipping container in the middle of the ocean. And this is the kind of movie that, at least the core concept, I feel like you kind of know what it is. Like if you've seen Castaway, Fall, Inside, it's kind of like that, just in a new setting with it being in the middle of the ocean. So yeah, this will probably give you major Castaway vibes. Except maybe the major difference is that Mia is pregnant. So obviously, it makes an already terrifying situation even more terrifying because now she has to take care of two people. And I thought that this movie was a lot of fun. Like a lot of Survivor movies, there's not that much depth. I hate using that word. It's straightforward, although it's still a lot of fun to watch. It's like you're seeing like some of the cool tricks she comes up with to catch fish, how to get water, and it's just a lot of fun. And just the idea of being like stuck in the middle of nowhere and seeing this and just being in the shipping container is just horrifying. And so I will say, like, although this is not at all a horror movie, there is that sense of dread and like, wow, I'm hopeless. I am stuck. And I thought that was done really well here. And like I said, like for half the movie, she's like pregnant, which already makes it even more difficult. And then she gives birth, obviously, and that makes it way more difficult. And at the beginning, you do see how they get split up. You do see like the horror, and it just is one of those movies like, wow, this is just awful. This is just horrifying. And the idea that like, in because this is in like human trafficking, the idea that this could actually happen, it makes it just even more terrifying. So yeah, a lot of this movie is just her maybe fishing, getting water, and then taking care of her baby. And the scariest part is probably when she was like knocked out and then like she woke up like halfway underwater. Or at least like because like over the course of this movie, like the shipping container starts like flooding more and more. So you kind of know that like this is a ticking time bomb basically. And like other than that is like your kind of basic survival movie, like her building a net to catch fish, which okay, that was really cool because she's in the shipping container, she has to use a lot of these unique resources. Like one of like the boxes, it just had some of it had like cat food and she had to be resort to eating that. And others had a bunch of earbuds, which I thought was the most unique part because she tied the earbuds together to turn it into a net in order to catch fish. And I thought that was one of the coolest parts. That's one of the best things I think about survival movies is maybe using everyday objects or even like objects like in the wilderness like rocks but using them for different purposes. I think that's one of the coolest things in survival movies. I thought that was done really well here. And like seeing her just catch fish with like in the middle of nowhere is just horrifying while her baby's in the shipping container. It's just kind of terrifying. And like over the course, like she eventually has to leave this shipping container and just resort to being on the top. And so like like you are you are like about to die. Like it is only a matter of days. And so it kind of just makes it even more intense. And eventually like they have to leave this shipping container and then she's kind of just floating on this like whoa, like this random piece of like plastic or whatever, and then till she's eventually found like by this or like she builds like a baby carriage and then that's kind of floating. She's hanging onto it, and then like she's found by this. I think they're somewhere in Wales. This Welsh fisherman group, and then she's saved. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this movie. Like, it's not like amazing or anything, but it's a fun watch. Like, you get the intensity, you get the fun of like being just alone and stuck in like these kind of movies of being stuck in a place and utilizing the surroundings. Like I said, like not at all like Castaway, but you get major Castaway vibes. Like, you know. But yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. And overall, because it is simplistic, like many of these movies are, it's an easy watch. It's a quick watch. I believe it's only an hour and maybe 50, an hour 40, hour 50 minutes. So not even 2 hours. So it's an easy watch. And yeah, overall, I thought it was a fun time.